Yesterday was fun. The day before, we had a read through of various scenes. I had to try and remember how to read Hindi, which I couldn't. I had to spend 3 or 4 months learning the Hindi before I got to Gujarat. I was able to get away with it. But most of the time, when you see a big, fast, thunderous bowler coming down and Captain Russell going like that, as we shot it, there's someone in front of me just going, okay, try and hit this one, Paul. Oh, God. A favourite cricket player? Who would be my favourite? I mean, Andrew Flintoff was one of those guys, you know. I would say Andrew Flintoff. Or Michael Vaughan. As a captain, I liked him. Then Aamir came in the washroom, and we're standing next to each other doing things you do in the washroom. And he looked at me and he went, oh, this is a very important scene.
Which line we are talking about? Could you just...
Teen Guna Lagan? And especially as I'm 25 years older and I don't look like that anymore. You're like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, that's me.
Hi, my name is Monica, and today we have with us Paul Blackthorne, who's here to celebrate 25 years of Lagan. Welcome to Hindustan Times.
Well, thank you very much. Nice to be here.
So please tell me, how are you feeling in Mumbai after, and also what has been your day like last few days?
Well, there's been a lot going on, and there was a very fun party last night to celebrate these 25 years of Lagan. So that was amazing, and going through all of AKP's films of the last 25 years, incredible. So yeah, yesterday was fun. The day before, we had a read through of various scenes. I had to try and remember how to read Hindi, which I couldn't, and we had a screening of Lagan. It was wonderful to see it on the big screen and just remember what an incredible film it is.
Yeah, I remember watching this as a child because it's been a long time.
I was a child as well, actually, come to think of it.
So I remember this particularly, how vicious Captain Russell was.
No, you can't say. He was a very nice man. He was cuddly. He was warm and cuddly. And he saw everybody's viewpoint, and he wasn't egotistic at all. You must have seen a different film.
Maybe. I remember this particularly, the fact that I've heard that you try to learn Hindi, but you also try to learn horseback riding. You also try to learn a lot of local stuff. So please tell me, because you, Aamir and Ashutosh were working together on your Hindi, and next year you had to be very disdained, ruthless man. So what was that day like, and what was the shoot like?
Well, I had to spend 3 or 4 months learning the Hindi before I got to Gujarat. So I was in London then, and spent a lot of time going over those lines. And not just mine, but understanding what people were saying to me in the dialogue, which is an important part of acting. And then when we got to Gujarat, yes, we went over it a lot. Oftentimes myself, Aamir, Ashutosh would be together and just going through the lines and, obviously character and the scenes and making sure it was all there in my head. So, and then, then we just, then you just get on with it. You just do your job.
Yeah. Is there a particular day on set where you felt like, oh, this is going to be a very different project from whatever you've done in the past?
I think every day on set.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. You also had to learn cricket.
Yeah, there was cricket. So I obviously, in my preparation for the role, I prioritized obviously the Hindi, along with the character itself and just creating that character and understanding the script. Horse riding and Victorian horse riding as well, because that's very different. And then I thought, cricket will be fine. I'll be right with cricket, that's fine. And then when we got there, Aamir put on a cricket match for us all to play for a bit of fun. And I was out first ball. He said, no, go, try again. I was out the next first ball. And then Aamir looked at me. He said, maybe we could do a little work on the cricket at lunchtime, which I did every lunchtime. And fortunately, with the power of editing, I was able to get away with it. But most of the time, when you see a big, fast, thunderous bowler coming down and Captain Russell going like that, as we shot it, there's someone in front of me just going, okay, try and hit this one, Paul. Oh, God, he's missed again. So, I was saved by the power of editing. I wouldn't want to do the stage version.
Makes sense. But have you followed through cricket in general post Lagan?
Oh, I love cricket. I've always loved cricket. I'm going next week, actually, to see England at Lord's against New Zealand. So, next week. Yeah, I love cricket. And that India-England series last summer, That was, ooh, that got a little feisty. There was a bit of Lagan in there, I think.
Fair.
There was a bit of Captain Russell behaviour, right?
But because India pretty much considers cricket as a religion in general,
Yes,
so yeah.
as well it is. Yes, absolutely, I agree. That and then football.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite player?
A favourite cricket player? Who would be my favourite? I mean, Andrew Flintoff was one of those guys, you know. I would say Andrew Flintoff. Or Michael Vaughan. As a captain, I liked him. And of course, the Indian players, Sachin, of course.
Master Blaster himself.
Yeah.
I want to know this particular one thing that what was the scene like? What was that one thing? How did they reach out to you that they wanted you to be part of Lagan? And when was the time when you felt like, oh, you want to do something in India?
Gosh. Well, I was working in London. My acting career was happening, and I was doing some British television, some film, independent film. And then I got a call from my agent saying this is Bollywood film, and they'd like to see you. I thought, Bollywood, okay, that's interesting. And I was kind of thinking, is this the right thing to do? My career's doing this. Should I be doing that? Da, 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 da. And then I thought, you know what? I had the opportunity to go to India for 5 months and play cricket, ride horses, and speak Hindi, and work with Aamir Khan. So let's just do that, shall we? So I just went about it as an experience, and then it turned into this huge success. So yeah, I just listened to my belly rather than listen to my thoughts. Much better listening to your belly.
Could you tell me what was the first? I don't know if it's been a long time since you've shot the movie, but do you remember the particular instance?
Been 25 years.
Yeah, it's been 25 years.
26
Yeah.
years.
So, what was the one shot or scene maybe that you remember with Aamir that probably stayed with you?
I think the bet. I think that I remember just prior to shooting that scene, I went to the washroom. Then Aamir came in the washroom, and we're standing next to each other doing things you do in the washroom. And he looked at me and he went, "Oh, this is a very important scene, most important scene in the film." And I went, "Oh God." Absolutely, sir. I will be doing my best. All right, let's wash our hands and get on with it. So that was a moment that always stuck in my mind. But yeah, I mean, working with any of those scenes with him were always when you're working with actors that are very, very good. If you're listening to them, you'll find that you'll elevate as well. And as long as you're listening and you're feeling their truth, your truth comes out too. So yeah, for to work with great actors, as long as you're listening, which of course you should be, then your work will get better as well. So, and then all the little magic little things happen that you're not expecting, like life itself.
Right. Now that you are in India and there has been a celebration for 25 years, movie is running in theaters, it's been re-released. So please tell me, like, what are the emotions like? Like, people have lived through this for generations, and there is new generation that's watching Lagan.
It's funny, when we had the screenings in Los Angeles, when we were getting the Academy members, the Oscar Academy members, to watch the film, I remember a Hollywood exec coming out afterwards, and he looked at me and said, "You know something? That's like the movies they used to make in Hollywood." And even when it was released, it felt like an old-time classic, even when it was released. Just one of those films with so much depth and texture and timelessness. And now seeing it, and it is 25 years later, and it has stood the test of time, which is when you find out if something is timeless. It truly is that film, It's a masterpiece. And what Ashutosh Gowariker wrote and directed, and Aamir produced, and the way all these little moments of alchemy that came together and all this chemistry that sort of happened, which is such a rare thing in the creative process of anything. But when you've got so many elements that just ping, 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 and you go, wow, that doesn't happen very often. And with Lagan, it did. So it's really beautiful to be a part of it.
But this is not the only thing you've been part of. You've been part of several iconic shows over the years and movies, and especially 24 Arrow. That's a bigger fan base here. Over the years, what is that one role that you felt like that genuinely tested you as an actor?
Well, I think Captain Russell. I mean, it's not every day you have to learn to speak Hindi, and for 4 months, and get on with it in the desert. That was very challenging, but also absolutely categorically the most rewarding. The experiences I had in America, let's say with Arrow, which ran for a long time, that was longevity. That was okay, one more year, another year, another year, another year, 7-8 years, and you're like, okay, let's still keep, turning up, So that was a different kind of challenge. Again, very rewarding. 24 was actually the easiest show ever. You just had to stand there on the telephone talking away in the studio. That's all it was. And then there was a couple of scenes with helicopters trying to blow you up and things. But apart from that, it was quite still. It was good. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah. I have actually watched Arrow religiously just from the day it aired,
Right.
and Quentin Lance was genuinely a favorite in general. So now that you visit conventions and Comic Con and all, and people come up to you and they're way younger, the show had just come out, they might have just been born. It's probably is insane, right?
Yeah, all the years are rolling by, aren't they? All these shows are becoming further and further away. I'm just fortunate to have had any kind of part of it. So, if people enjoy it, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Lastly, I want to wrap it up by saying that over the years, India is in general, fandoms in general here is like you always like say lines and dialogues that are very iconic, right? But when you said that line in the movie Lagan, did you ever think which line we are talking about? Could you just
Teen Guna Lagan?
Yeah, I'm talking about this Teen Guna Lagan, which I feel like we've actually joked about it for years and years, and we just say this out loud often. But did you know going into that this would be something that's so iconic?
No, and you can't think like that. You're just going in as your character with your truth and just delivering these lines. And I think not long after the film came out, I was speaking with Aamir. He says, people are walking around India quoting your lines. Because I was like, really? Because it's very funny. So I'm glad everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah, I have been. Obviously, all of my friends have been, and obviously, we've been saying this out loud. But I do want to ask about this last thing is the last point in the movie that is such a high, the first time you watch it on screen versus now. Like, are you able to see something different now?
Yes, with the time that's passed, you see it in a different way. Obviously, when the film came out, we watched it, 20 times or something at various screenings and premieres and whatnot. So you just sort of watching it. Obviously the first time you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Second time, but after a while, you're seeing it a lot of times in a small period of time. Seeing it yesterday for the first time in probably 20 years was wonderful because you're settling in to watch this film that the memories, it's a long time back. So it seems like you're watching this film that somebody else made, that somebody else is in. And especially as I'm 25 years older and I don't look like that anymore. You're like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, that's me. Did I look like that? My God, the makeup was good. What was going on? So it's a lot more objective seeing it now. And all the more interesting to see it in that way and realize it is just a masterpiece. It's just a truly incredible film. The thing I enjoyed watching it the other day was all the different angles because it was the Hindi version, so I wasn't able to. I obviously wasn't understanding a lot of it, but I knew what was happening. But when you watch a film in that way, you're seeing the shots a lot more, and the angles. It's kind of like crazy wide angles and little tilts and stuff. Towards the end, it gets quite Hitchcock in a way because that anxiety that's sort of building up. We're like, oh my God. And then you think of Anil, who shot the film, and Ashutosh's direction. And yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful to see it. Yeah. Brilliant.
Have you I know you've had a very busy career, and I don't know how many movies or in general anything you get to watch. But I don't know. Have you followed Indian cinema over the years, or is there any actor or like someone or filmmaker that you often watch?
I haven't, it's not terribly accessible. There's a few times I've tried to watch Indian films from the US or the UK, and I haven't been able to watch them. I'm going to try a lot harder now, and especially I really want to go through more Aamir's films, having sat there last night and seeing them, in depth in that way. But no, I'm making a massive effort now. I'm going to dig out these films, and if someone could tell me where to watch them, that'd be fantastic.
Most of these things are available on streaming now with subtitles, so that will be perfect for you to watch.
Yes, I will endeavor to watch them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you,
Lovely
Monica.
talking to you.
Thank you very
And
much.
I am actually, this is literally a Teen Arrow fan coming. Like, this is an enjoyment moment for me.
Was that a Teen Arrow fan?
Teen Arrow fan.
Teen Guna Arrow or something like that.
Please, let's end it on a really great note.
Teen Guna Arrow.
Thank you so much, and all the very best.